as we continue to live in this life, you find that things inaonekana kuenda kwa haraka. Many people want things quickly. If it's the internet, we want the 5G, which enables browsing very easily, very quick, very fast. People, we are shifting from analog to digital at a very fast speed. Everything we do seems to go on quickly. Even when you talk about the foods, people want the fast food restaurants where you just go and take your food. We have where you can just order your food. You don't have to go through the process of cooking. Many things and such the likes transportation. You can travel throughout the continents. In one day you can eat maybe breakfast in Africa, Europe you eat lunch, you go to America you eat supper. So you find that things are moving fast very quickly. And as we continue, you find that the mindset of also our mindset, we are shifting. People are going to rely on those things that seem to be cheap or to be easily obtained rather than following through the process. So even you can see there is gambling, lottery, things like that, where you can just gain without maybe sweating, without following through the process. Everything seems to be taking the fastest trajectory of life. And those maybe that may seem to follow through the journey or through the process, they may seem to be maybe behind or to be confused, but that is the way that it should be. You find that corruption, people want just to obtain things that maybe they have not worked. They can corrupt themselves through to get a job, to get a favor from someone just quickly, maybe through application, maybe, or following through the line. People may bribe to make sure that they're the ones who get the same service faster without struggling. But the reality of life is that anything that you have not worked for, you will not know how to manage it well. If you have gotten money and you don't know how, or the pain of getting it, you'll spend it recklessly or without being rational. Even wealth, anything you get fast without having a clear roadmap on how you have accumulated your wealth or what you have gotten, you find that at the end of it might not last. This generation we are living, people want a microwave kind of thing, where they know what they want and then they can put it just within seconds and then or time it and they see the results. But that even if you get that, cannot last for long. People want just to rest while there is something going into the account. They don't want to work. And I'm challenged when you read in the book Bible, God created the earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh. The generation we are living right now, they want to rest before, like they want first of all to rest even without and get things without working. And in this creation story, work comes before rest. You need to work first before you rest. But this generation wants to just rest. And even others, maybe because of the nature of life or the principle that you need to work to sustain yourself, they may try to rest now. But when they are old, they will be forced to work because they spend their time wrongly or they ignored the principle of working first before rest. Those who are working now, they may seem to be struggling, but later their future is secure because they will be resting. Because what they would have accumulated, it will be feeding them, it will be making profit for them even when they are resting. But when you have not worked, you are resting, and you want just to obtain things to work for you, it will reach a point where you will be forced to work when the time is very limited or when the time is up. That's why you can find an old man regretting, I wish I knew, I wish I would have done this and that. So you, at this moment, you might be young, you might be old, but learn to work before resting. Learn to work. Let me ask you, when you go to sleep, sleep is a result of you resting from doing something so that you can renew yourself and you become productive the next day. But some of us, we just want to sleep during the day, during the night. We are not resting from doing something. We are just lazy. It becomes like we are lazy. You sleep during the day, you sleep during the night, while you have not done anything. So how I wish that if God created 6 days, because I was calculating, 1 out of 7 days that was meant for rest. But the generation we have, we rest. We want to rest at night. We want to rest during the day, and that's why we find challenges with the society. People end up using the wrong routes or the wrong methods to obtain things at the expense of the integrity, at the expense of this principle. So how I desire that we start realizing that if you are struggling now, even there is a Bible verse in John chapter 12 verse 24, where it says that unless a seed falls to the ground and dies, it remains only alone, but if it dies or if it falls down, it abounds, it makes more fruit, it makes more seeds. So if you have come maybe from a family of that people maybe who have not made it in life, you can pay the price now, and the future of your children is assured to be great. So may God help you and me to desire to work, to desire to put into practice, or to struggle to make things come to pass that will secure a future.